Hello children, I am Runa ma'am and I am back with your class 4 English 1 lesson. That is, we have started the topic sentences in our previous class, isn't it? Today we will continue with it, and while viewing this video, please refer to the online teaching material of 6th August 2020. Okay children, the online teaching material of 6th August 2020. Now, as you know that what is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. Isn't it children? We have done it in our previous class. We have also done the kinds of sentences, but only 2 kinds. Okay, so what are the 4 kinds of sentences children? First is assertive sentence. Second is interrogative sentence. Third is imperative sentence. And fourth is exclamatory sentence. Assertive sentence we have done in the previous class. A sentence that states something or says something is called an assertive sentence. Now, what's an interrogative sentence, children? An interrogative sentence is a sentence that asks a question and it always ends with a question mark. Isn't it? We have done these 2 kinds of sentences in our previous class. Now, today we will do imperative sentence and exclamatory sentence. Okay, children? First is an imperative sentence. What is an imperative sentence, children? A sentence that expresses a command, okay, or a request is called an imperative sentence. A sentence that expresses a command or a request is called an imperative sentence. Now let us look at some examples. Number 1, please open the door. Now look at this sentence, children. Please open the door. You're requesting, isn't it? And therefore, this sentence is a request and therefore it's an imperative sentence. Okay? Now, the next example. Look at the dog. Look at the dog. You're ordering something. Okay, you're ordering something and therefore this sentence is an example of imperative sentence. Okay, a sentence that expresses a command or a request is called an imperative sentence. Now children, let's see what is an exclamatory sentence, and we will look at some examples of exclamatory sentence. Now, an exclamatory sentence is a sentence that expresses a strong or a sudden feeling, okay? A sentence that expresses a strong or a sudden feeling is called an exclamatory sentence, okay? This is the last kind of sentence. Now, let's look at some example of exclamatory sentence, okay? First example. How beautiful the rose is. Okay? See, this is how beautiful the rose is. When you're expressing a strong feeling, okay, this sentence is expressing a strong feeling and therefore it's an example of exclamatory sentence. And always remember children that an exclamatory sentence has an exclamation mark. Okay, now let's look at the second example of exclamatory sentence. What a terrible storm. See, this sentence is also an example of an exclamatory sentence. What a terrible storm. Okay, So, children, remember there are 4 kinds of sentences. We have done all the 4: assertive, interrogative, imperative and exclamatory. Okay. Now let's look at a few sentences and identify their kinds. Okay. Let's look at a few sentences. I'll write on the board and we will identify the kinds of sentences. This exercise, a kind of this exercise I have given you in your worksheet. Okay. Now the first one. Don't lean out of the window. Okay, the first sentence. Don't lean out of the window. Children, what kind of a sentence is this? This is an imperative sentence because you're giving an order to someone. Okay. So this is an example of imperative sentence. Now let's look at the second example. Okay. I have made a silly mistake. I have made a silly mistake. Now this, what kind of a sentence is this? You're stating something, you're saying something. Therefore, it's an example of assertive sentence. Okay? This is an example of assertive sentence. Now let's, children, look at the third example. Do you live next to Mr. Sharma's house? Do you live next to Mr. Sharma's house? So what kind of a sentence is this? This sentence is asking a question and it's ending with a question mark, and therefore it is an example of interrogative sentence. Now let's look at the last example. How nice it is to meet you. How nice it is to meet you. Okay? This sentence expresses a feeling and therefore it's an example of an exclamatory sentence. Also it has an exclamation mark. Okay, children? This is an example of exclamatory sentence. So with this, children, we complete the topic sentences. Okay? And children, please revise. Okay? And this kind of an exercise I have given you in your worksheet. Please solve it and please take care of yourselves. Okay? Please wear a mask and converse in English with your parents, siblings, friends. Okay, children? Bye-bye.